ask you something. Why do machines sometimes fail suddenly, even though everything seemed fine just moments before? Well, let's look inside the material so we can understand that. Imagine you have a metal part of a machine, like a shaft or a structural component that carries load every day. On the outside, it looks solid and unchanged, but inside, it has tiny grains and small imperfections you can't see. Well, those small imperfections matter, because when the load is applied, not all areas of that material experience the same level of stress. Some areas experience slightly higher stress than the other ones, and that is where damage starts. So the material looks normal, it behaves normally. It stretches and returns back without any visible change. But when that load is repeated again and again, something starts to build up inside. Small, invisible damage starts to form at those weak points. And over time, that points can turn into tiny cracks. This is called fatigue. Now here is the important part. Those cracks do not grow in a way you can easily notice during operation. They grow slowly, step by step, while the rest of the material still looks completely fine. So on the outside, everything looks normal. The system functions normally. But inside, the material is slowly losing its strength. And as the crack grows, the remaining healthy part of the material starts to get smaller, which means that same load now causes more stress to the remaining area. So the process speeds up. The crack grows faster and faster until finally the material can no longer handle the load. And at that point, it breaks. This is what we call a sudden failure. But in reality, it isn't sudden at all. It is the end result of a process that has been happening in material all this time. And this is exactly what engineers try to understand. Not just when something will break, but how damage develops long before we can see it. Long before we can detect a problem, the system is already close to failure. And remember, failure is never sudden. It is only the moment we finally get to see it.